The vape and the wake-up call. Liam was a typical teenager. He was 16, spent most of his time scrolling through his phone, playing video games, and hanging out with his friends. But there was one thing that set him apart from his classmates. Liam loved to vape. It started a few months ago when his friend Jake offered him a puff of his new vape. It was flavored like strawberry kiwi, and Liam was immediately hooked. The sweet taste, the smooth clouds of vapor, it felt cool, and it seemed like everyone was doing it. At first, it was just for fun. But after a while, it became a routine. At school, at parties, even in his room late at night. Vaping was his escape. He liked the way it made him feel relaxed, carefree, and a little rebellious. When he was with his friends, he was the one pulling out the latest vape, showing off new flavors, and making smoke rings. It was like a badge of honor, a way to prove he was one of the crowd. The cool crowd. But over time, things started to change. Liam noticed he was coughing more, especially after a long vape session. His chest sometimes felt tight, and he would wake up in the morning with a sore throat. At first, he brushed it off. "Everyone coughs," he'd say. "It's probably just allergies." One afternoon, Liam was hanging out at the park with Jake and a few other friends. They were all sitting around, passing a vape pen back and forth, when Liam suddenly felt lightheaded. His vision blurred, and he had to sit down on the grass. Jake looked at him, concerned. "Dude, you okay?" he asked. Liam tried to shake it off. "Yeah, just felt dizzy for a second." Jake raised an eyebrow. "You've been vaping a lot today, haven't you?" Liam didn't answer right away. He knew Jake was right. He had been hitting his vape more than usual. And now, for the first time, he was starting to feel the effects. It wasn't just the coughing anymore. Something felt off. That night, Liam went to bed early. He was exhausted, more than usual. As he lay in the dark, staring up at the ceiling, he thought about how much time he'd spent vaping lately. It had become his go-to thing. When he was stressed, when he was bored, even when he was just hanging out. But he had never really thought about what it was doing to him. The next day at school, Liam was walking down the hall when he saw his biology teacher, Mr. Harris, standing by the door to his classroom. Mr. Harris was the kind of teacher who cared about his students, and over the years, Liam had gotten to know him pretty well. "Hey, Liam, you got a minute?" Mr. Harris asked. Liam stopped. "Sure, Mr. Harris. What's up? Can I talk to you about something?" Mr. Harris motioned to the hallway. "It's about the health talk I'm giving next week on vaping." Liam raised an eyebrow. "Oh, yeah, I guess so. Look, Mr. Harris said, lowering his voice, "I know you're a smart kid, and I know you think vaping is harmless, but I want you to think about something for a second. All that stuff you're putting into your lungs? It's not just flavored air. It's chemicals, it's nicotine, and it's causing damage, even if you can't feel it right now." Liam shifted uncomfortably. "I'm fine. I mean, I don't feel sick or anything. It's just vaping." Mr. Harris looked at him seriously. "You might not feel it now, but it builds up. The more you vape, the more it can hurt your lungs, your heart, and your overall health. It's not just about looking cool, it's about what's going on inside your body." Liam stood there for a moment, processing what Mr. Harris had said. He hadn't really thought about it that way before. He wasn't sure what he expected, but it wasn't this. He thought vaping was just a trend, something that would pass, but now, something about it felt different. He didn't want to end up like the stories he had heard about people who got addicted to nicotine or suffered from lung problems. That night, Liam decided to do some research. He Googled articles about the long-term effects of vaping. What he read made him feel uneasy. Nicotine addiction, lung damage, and even links to heart disease. The more he learned, the more he realized how little he had actually considered the consequences. The next weekend, Liam met up with Jake again, but this time, he wasn't reaching for his vape. Jake looked at him, confused. "Dude, what's going on? You not hitting the vape today?" Liam shrugged. "I don't think I want to anymore. I've been feeling weird lately, and I don't think it's worth it." Jake stared at him for a moment. "Seriously? But it's just vape, man." "I know, but Liam hesitated. I don't think it's just a little thing anymore. I think it's messing with my body. And I don't want to keep doing it if it's gonna hurt me. Jake didn't say anything for a few seconds. Then he nodded slowly. I get it. If you want to stop, I'm with you. Liam smiled. Thanks. From that point on, Liam made a choice to quit vaping. It wasn't easy, especially with all.
Hello, it's me the Crack Shack and I'm here to tell you that I hate all of you.